Hi, I'm Freddie Ravel. Welcome to Tune Up to Success, where we show you how to apply what music is to what business does. Now, like a successful band that integrates melody, harmony, and rhythm to create beautiful music, a successful company integrates leadership, team building, and time management to maximize their potential and create profits. The structure of music is the structure of success.
I saw Freddie Ravel do Tune Up to Success, and it was perfect. Looking at melody, what's your song? Harmony, what can we do together? Rhythm, how do we pace ourselves over time? And then what's the score? How do we put it all together? The crowd was just entranced and captivated. Early in the morning, they felt their spirits soar.
Last year, I was performing at the Hard Rock Casino in Las Vegas with Carlos Santana. And you know the sound of those casinos, that cacophony of buzzers and bells and the hum of slot machines, that chaotic noise? Well, I decided to really, after a week of walking through the casino, I thought I would just stand there and really listen. And I realized I'd made a huge mistake. This was no cacophony of buzzers and bells and the hum of slot machines. It was a symphony. I could distinctly hear a C major arpeggio throughout the entire casino. Oh yeah. And every time somebody won something, I heard, right?
The metaphor was powerful in the moment, and it was powerful not just for the rest of the week, but so far for the rest of the company's year.
Music has an especial importance in this new digital universe that we find ourselves in, where we face formidable challenges in leadership, collaboration, and the way we conduct and manage our time. How do we effectively access the power and potential of our greatest asset, the people that we work with? How do we tap the tools that technology now offers us that are racing before us? I mean, iPads and cell phones and Kindles and Nooks and in every cranny. I'm going to show you today, ladies and gentlemen, how the four foundations of music, melody, harmony, rhythm, and score, show up in everything we do in our personal and professional lives. Why? The structure of music is the structure of success.
Freddie Ravel is one of the most dynamic, inspiring entertainers and educators I've ever seen. His ability to wrap knowledge, inspiration around this space called music is absolutely wonderful.
Having a vision is one thing, but getting your people to support that vision, that can be quite challenging. That's where the behavior of leaders to create harmony in the workplace is critical to the success of any business. And resolving conflict, that is the key to harmony. More often than not, the key to resolving conflict is to get both leaders to come to the same table. And even if you get them to the same table, they may not necessarily be in the same key. Happens all the time on planet Earth. You have a leader that says, all right, we're going to meet, we're going to see how we can gel. Here's my melody. Sounds familiar? Good. In of its own, it sounds good. Second person shows up at the table and has an idea, and their melody's like this. In of its own, not bad. Feels good. But you put the two leaders together, and you get... So you have your two leaders, and they have to employ something that's very important. They employ a lot of the skills that would help them that we already talked about. Active listening. If both leaders had active listening, they would be more present. If they employed one of the other tools I shared with you, the question behind the statement, they'd be more present. If they understood that L-I-S-T-E-N is really first cousins to S-I-L-E-N-T. So, interestingly enough, the second leader who was here realizes after doing good listening that all he has to do is move down a half step. And all of a sudden we get rhythm, the successful management of action across time, the engine behind the world's greatest hits, the beat that keeps the tempo steady and your business solid. That's when you achieve the score, your bottom line. A couple of years ago, I was presenting at Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland for NASA. And they have the inventors, which we call the melody people. They're the people who come up with all the ideas, all the radical, how do we send the Hubble telescope here, and those kinds of ideas. And then we have the harmonizers, who are the teams that support those people. And then there's the project manager. And the project manager says, you melody people with all the ideas, you harmony people who are harmonizing and having a great time, that's really cool. But if this isn't on my desk by 10 o'clock on Tuesday with a finished plan, I'm pulling the funding. Now we're talking about rhythm. And ladies, rhythm is what business is all about. If you don't have a good drummer in your organization that's mapping out the management of time and tempo, your band needs a new drummer.
Freddie Ravel, he's just a profound genius in the work he's doing now. He's integrating music with self-awareness, giving people a roadmap for how to produce more of the results that you want. If you choose to work with him or to bring him into your organization, you're going to be extremely glad you did.